actually to fight with the student. Yeah, that student came in, akashika mode hapa, and he was trying to strangle the teacher or something. I didn't even understand. We were struggling to save a life of a teacher. Hey guys, what's up? What's going on, guys? Hoping you guys are doing fine. So today, I'm going to tell you about my first experience teaching, my first time teaching actually. So this is kind of a story time video, the terrible experiences that I went through and the lessons I learned. So you guys, I hope you're ready for this interesting video. If you're new to this channel, hello and welcome to my channel. And if you're always my subscriber, if you keep coming back to watch my videos, thank you so much. Remember to give this video a like, guys, because I get to know that you enjoyed watching this video. So let's get straight into the video. So my first time to teach was actually once I was done with my school. So I went to teach as a teaching practice student. So I'm going to give you my experience as a teacher student. Of course, you're a teacher student that time, but you're definitely a teacher because you're going to teach like a normal teacher. So what the university wants to know is that you're ready to teach. Actually, it already knows you're ready to teach, you're good to go. But of course, it's a unit, so it must be taught. So this is my first, so that was my first time to teach, and that is the experience I want to give you guys right now. I was so young and naive. I had no experience. I have never ever taught anywhere else. By the way, I have never become a teacher any other time, but I had become a tutor to my cousins, and that does not give you any experience to teaching, because teaching is a totally different experience from tutoring. Because now teaching, you're in class, you're in front of students, but tutoring, you have only one kid. So it cannot give you an experience. So this is my experience as a teacher. So the first day was good. I went to that school, you know, the first day is reporting. The very innocent kids come to school and you sign them in, the boarders go to their rooms and everything. So it's nothing big really. But you guys, the second day you start lessons. And that's the beginning of your problems. If at all there are problems, that is when you know the kids that you're going to be handling. I remember there is a day that we had actually to fight with the students. Yeah, that student came in, akashika mode hapa, and he was trying to strangle the teacher or something. I didn't even understand. We were struggling to save a life of a teacher. So you can imagine, you guys, I never thought that this job can be a risk. Another experience, a very bad one I had while during the exams. I remember I caught a kid trying to copy my exam, and you know, as a teacher you feel so bad. You've been teaching these students the whole of that term, giving them sample questions, you know, and the questions that are tested in the exams are the same questions that you've been revising. So you feel so bad when you see a kid trying to copy the exam. So I found this kid trying to cheat in my exam, and I was all over the place. I just rushed to take that Kenya that the kid was trying to copy. And you guys can't believe that kid stood up suddenly as if the kid was going crazy, and I was alone in that class. And you know, these are boys, so you are so afraid, you know. Of course you won't show the kid that you are afraid, but you wonder, what is this kid planning to do? So I was like, what? Why are you standing? I just want to take that thing that you want to copy. So the kid stood, you know, I had already taken the exam booklet because that was an exam irregularity. The kid stood and started taking the paper from me. I was like, what? Then I asked the boy, do you want to fight with me? By good luck, there was another lady teacher was passing by. So I called that lady teacher very fast, and the lady teacher came. So at least we were two. We fought with the boy, we struggled, and finally I took the paper that the kid wanted to copy from. So you can imagine, I didn't expect all that. But for me, I've always told you guys, I teach in high school, so I thought I'm going to be dealing with grown-ups kids that are ready to learn, that are willing to learn. I had assumed that high school students already are aware of everything that is expected of them. I never thought that I'm going to be pushing students around, But okay, the first day I went to their classes, the first day you're introduced to the students, blah blah blah, it's nothing big, but that is when you know the kind of student you're handling. So I went to a class, and the first thing I noticed is a student who is so paranoid, who is looking at you in a very arrogant way. Of course, you try to assume the kid. Then now, you introduce yourself once again. You tell them, oh, I'm teacher so-and-so or madam so-and-so. I'll be teaching you this subject. And then, of course, as a good teacher, I told the learners to tell me their names. And that's when my drama began. So I told the students to give me their names. And you can't imagine the names I was getting. You are told crazy names, and the others are laughing uncontrollably, you guys. That's when you know this is high school actually. And these are students who they are facing adolescent, and so you have to discipline them. As a first-time teacher, I was so confused. I was wondering what to do with this misbehavior, but I just ignored them and assumed that everything was okay. But of course, when I was going to the staff room, because the first day you don't teach, you just let them their minds come back to school because they were on holiday. So you go to the staff room. I went to the staff room, and deep down I was like, wow, so this is what I'm going to go through the whole term. But anyway, that is not it. The second day now, you go to teach, and then you want to know where the other teacher left, because it's a new school and blah blah blah, where you find some students don't even have books. They lost their books. Other students don't even remember what they had learned. So you have to repeat the whole, you have to remind them everything that they had been taught, because there are some who actually never touch their books when they go on holidays, So I would really advise you, if you are a teacher, don't go with any expectations, because for me, I really had so many expectations, to be honest. I thought I'm going to handle adults. And that's where I went wrong, because high school students are actually not adults. You really have to keep on instilling discipline in them. And if you're a teacher and you're going to teach for the first time, make sure those students don't get on your neck like wasipuzoe, because once you let them, they will be all over you, and you're going to have a really bad name, by the way, in the administration. Something else that I really experienced, that was my experience with students, with teachers also. You find, you thought every teacher is friendly, but you find some that are not friendly, For example, the bell can ring and you extend 1 minute. Imagine a teacher coming and starting to write on the board while you're still in class. Yeah. That's how terrible it can get, because some of these teachers, yes, they have the teaching ethics and everything they've been taught, but they don't follow them. So you thought, you go with the mentality that everyone is professional and everything, but no, girl, no, some of them don't use the skills they learned from school. So no, you have to deal with crazy teachers too. And it was really, really a surprise for me, by the way. I didn't expect to see that. But the good thing with my teaching experience, at least most of them were supportive, most of them were really encouraging, so it really went smooth for me. But you guys, when you're going for your first time to teach, don't go with so much expectations. Just go knowing that some teachers will not cooperate too. So you'll have to deal with stubborn teachers and students. Another experience is the parents' experience. It was really chaotic, because I remember there's one time we decided to go through to check all the learners' stuff, It was an impromptu inspection, and we found some students with really bad items, by the way. I think teaching is a very risky job. Imagine finding a student with a knife and it's a machete. It's so terrific. And some had match boxes, so you can imagine the learner has a matchbox. What does that mean? It means that this is a suicidal kid. You know, if that kid decides to do arson, to ban the whole school or the whole class, you know. So I learned that it can be a risky job sometimes to teach, especially these high school kids, because they are teenagers and they think they got this, you know. They assume that they know everything. So it was really terrific that day. We found so many illegal stuff in school. I'm not even going to mention some because you guys will think I'm actually exaggerating, but we found so many illegal stuff and the parents came, and I can tell you guys, some parents are so dramatic. I had an experience with one parent that actually cried. You know, she broke into tears. She couldn't believe the kid had carried such stuff to school, you know. And it was so terrific because I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do to this parent? So I just went and tapped on the neck, on the shoulder, to just encourage the parent. But sometimes the parents are to be blamed because they're the ones who don't keep on checking their babies, keep on checking your kid. One thing is that if you bring up your kid from the scratch, since the kid was small, if that kid knows that if I do this and this, these are the consequences, that kid will grow up to be a very good kid. But you find some parents ignoring these small things that kids do while they are young. And once they are in high school, once they become teenagers, they become so reckless. But that is what makes you grow. That is what makes you, know what you're coming to handle. So I think teaching practice is so important. But on the other hand, there are so many things that are good. There are so many fulfilling experiences that I underwent. For example, some kids used to love you so much, and you would see that this kid actually is genuinely loving the teacher. They would come for consultation and everything. You find some of these kids are so cooperative, and those kids actually pass in your exams, so you feel so good. And also you find some parents that are so cooperative, that are ready to cooperate with you, asking you questions. Yani, a very concerned parent. That is what motivates you to continue doing this. So basically, that's my first time experience as a teacher, and it was really good. It was fulfilling. I really loved that, and actually I would never ever do anything else. Teaching is a very good profession. It's a learning process. You're always learning each and every day, and that's what I love about it. So you guys, I think that is the end of this story time video. Hoping you guys enjoyed watching. I hope to see you in my next. Until next time guys, bye.